The history of Rwanda and Burundi is a bit complicated, but I'll try to explain. If a Rwandese or Arundi is speaking in his or her native language, and a Kenyan Maragoli is around, the Maragoli will get over 80% of what they are talking. The Rwandese language and the Kirundi language are so similar to Maragoli that a Maragoli is more comfortable with the two than any other Luhya sub-tribe. And I'm not talking of the Bukusu, I'm even talking of the neighboring Tiriki and Nyore and so on. Just to give an example, the next sentence I'm going to talk, dekenguherekise homwanda, or dekenguherekise hunzira. I have talked in Kirundi, but a Maragoli has understood it very well. By the way, I understand Kirundi and Kinyarwanda. You'll find that when you are in Kaimosi, you alight at Shamahoho. As you go to Kaimosi, just next to Kaimosi Forest, there's a place called Ichibuye. Ichibuye is the second largest town in Burundi after Bujumbura. The second largest town is Ichibuye. One of the largest towns in Rwanda is called Shangugu. Yes, you heard me, Shangugu. You go to Shinyalu, you'll get a place called Ishangugu. Wonder of wonders. And you see, if a Maragoli speaks a Tiriki and a Munyore and a Mwisoha, will find a bit hard to understand. But a Murundi and a Munyarwanda will understand. We even have Nyanza. Nyanza, there is Nyanza in is it Rwanda or Burundi? But the name Nyanza, the lake, the province, the region, is a Luhya word. It's not a Luo name. Luo name is Lolwe, Nam Lolwe. So, Rwanda and Burundi used to be one kingdom, which was called Rwanda'urundi Kingdom. It had one tribe. The tribe was called Hutu. Now those on one side of Hutu, just like we can say the Hutu are like Maasai and Samburu. You find that those on one side were speaking a different dialect from the other. So as we can say that those who are speaking a different dialect, this side we can call them Samburu, and those who are speaking a different dialect on the other side we could call them Maasai, the same as Hutus who are speaking one dialect on one side were referred to as speaking Kirundi, and Hutus who are on the other side who are speaking the other was referred to as speaking Kinyarwanda. They were ruled by a king, and the king was called, you won't believe it, the king was called Mwami. So Mwami used to rule the two. And from my understanding, Mwami was from the Hutu tribe, which spoke Kirundi. Then some time later, some Kushaiks ni watu ambao kama Woria, Borana, watu wa Ethiopia. They walked all the way past easy other countries and settled in the Rwanda'urundi kingdom. Some of them stayed among the Hutus who spoke Kirundi. Some of them stayed with those Hutus who spoke Kinyarwanda. And they changed their name to Tutsi. They forgot. In fact, if you ask them, you'll find, look at President Kagame. He looks like a warrior. So these Tutsis settled in those areas, and you can find that over 80% of the Hutu who spoke Kirundi, and then around 15% were Tutsis who spoke. And the same also applied in Kinyarwanda. But then the 5 or less percent were Pygmies who were called Twa. So if you are in any of the two countries, differentiating those people without even talking to them, you find that the Hutus have African, wako na mwili kama hii ya Waluya, Wajaluo, mwili nono, okay? Wrestling or is it football body. The Tutsis have Somali-like features, and the Twa are small, and then they speak either Kinyarwanda or Kirundi with Kilimi. You'll find some people who speak hata Kiswahili na Kilimi. So if you listen to their Kirundi or Kinyarwanda, they speak with a Kilimi, and they are small in size. Those are Twa. So in those two countries, there are 6 tribes. We can say Twa this side and Twa this side. We can say Hutu this side, Hutu this side, and Tutsi this side, Tutsi this side. When the colonialists came to Africa, the German took the German East Africa, which later was named Tanganyika, and Tanganyika included the Rwanda-Burundi kingdom. Tanganyika included the Rwanda-Burundi kingdom. And then, when the First World War ended, the countries, German was snatched their colonies and they were given to other people. So the German colony of Tanganyika was given to the British. But a part of it, the kingdom of Rwanda-Burundi, you know, in Zaire or DRC, it was a colony of Belgium. So Belgium said, sunipatieko hatoko. So they took part of the Tanganyika, that was Rwanda-Burundi, and gave it to DRC. That is why Rwanda and Burundi, they speak French, not German. But later on, because the king would speak Hutu, the king would speak Kirundi, but not Kirwanda, then the 3 tribes of Hutu, Tutsi, and Twa, who spoke Kinyarwanda, felt that they needed to have a country of their own. So the kingdom was divided into 2 countries of Rwanda and Burundi. Leo JI-TENGE imetoka Kenya, imeenda East and Central Africa. Thank you.